The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 31. Password. Alex felt as if the fog had lifted and the sun had emerged again. In the dream, on the safe that CC was trying to open in the bank warehouse, there were 8 password dials. All this time, Alex had firmly believed that this 8-digit password must be a date, either a birthday, an anniversary, or some important day. In short, it had to be a date. He had never thought there could be any other possibility. But he had been too confident. He had completely forgotten about the QQ number. Alex's generation only started using QQ on a large scale in elementary and junior high school. At that time, all newly registered QQ numbers were 9-digit or 10-digit. Only netizens born in the 80s and 90s might have 8-digit QQ numbers. It was very likely that this was the correct password for the safe in the dream. Otherwise, how could it be such a coincidence that both were 8-digit numbers? Ryan quietly leaned over and waved his palm in front of Alex's eyes. Hey, are you crazy or frozen? What are you muttering to yourself about? It's nothing. Alex came to his senses, picked up his glass again, and took a sip. It's fine now. Sit down and keep eating. After the meal, the two decided to go home separately. Ryan opened the taxi door and let Alex get in. We're not on the same route, so I won't send you. Go on your own. Alex nodded, bent down, and got into the taxi. He rolled down the window and waved goodbye to Ryan. See you? Ryan threw away his cigarette, but shook Alex's hand and said, Text me after you dream. Once you're sure your dream is just a normal dream, I'll be relieved and won't have to worry about you anymore. See you. It was only a little past 8 o'clock when he got home, still in time to verify what Dr. Lucy had said in his dream. Alex took a shower to clear his groggy head. He recalled everything that had happened from the moment he met Big Face Cat and CC until today. He must have heard CC's voice somewhere before, and he might have seen CC's appearance somewhere too. Although his conscious mind had forgotten, in Ryan's words, his subconscious still remembered, which was why he dreamed about her. While taking a shower just now, he had already formulated a plan to take off CC's mask. One. First, find a way to distract Big Face Cat. This useless teammate must not be allowed to ruin his plan. He was more than enough to handle CC alone. More people would only be counterproductive. 2. CC was very vigilant. If he couldn't get C4, he would still need her to crack the password door of the bank warehouse. Therefore, he couldn't reveal his identity before entering the warehouse. 3. Based on the above 2 points, there was only one way to achieve his goal. Put on Big Face Cat's mask, disguise himself as Big Face Cat. Then, in the identity of Big Face Cat, take C to rob the bank. 4. Both Big Face Cat and CC only recognize masks, not people. As long as he dealt with Big Face Cat's subordinates quickly enough, he wouldn't be exposed. 5. After CC cracked the password door of the bank warehouse and entered the warehouse, he would find a way to take off CC's mask and try to open the safe by the way. There was no problem with the flow of this plan, although there was a simpler way. Recklessly tearing off CC's mask directly in the square, but first, CC had a gun, and he didn't. He might not be able to beat her. If he was killed before he could take off the mask, it would be another wasted night. Second, he really wanted to try the safe password. Anyway, it was just one dream. If he could finish 2 things at once, There was no need to put it off until tomorrow. Thinking about how he had pretended to be CC with the Ultraman mask before, and now he was going to pretend to be Big Face Cat with the Rhyme Cat mask, Alex found it quite funny. Before he knew it, he had mastered the art of disguise, being a double agent, and undercover work. Life is unpredictable. You never know what will happen next. Actually, the key to the success of this plan was that Big Face Cat and CC were not familiar with each other. They didn't even know each other's names. They were just temporary partners who used each other, and even wanted to cheat each other. It was this information gap, where they didn't know each other's identities, that allowed Alex to disguise himself and deceive both of them with just a mask. As long as Big Face Cat didn't get in the way, the plan would be easy. Alex stretched and lay down on the bed. Tonight, then all stories to an end. He closed his eyes and gradually fell asleep. Whoosh! The dry summer wind blew in his face. He had been shivering from the cold after taking a shower just now, but now he was bathed in the scorching sun. Alex really felt the extreme contrast between ice and fire. Alex looked at the time on the electronic notice board nearby, 21:11. At this time, neither Big Face Cat nor CC should have arrived at the square yet. Based on experience, Alex guessed that their agreed meeting time was 10 o'clock in the evening. I have to hurry up and act. Alex looked around and found a police booth with 2 patrolling policemen outside. Generally, such police booths kept police equipment, like arrest batons, stun guns, riot shields, and so on. Although Alex didn't know the official names of these equipment, he was very familiar with their effects. He had been taught a lesson with them many times in his dreams. The way to take Big Face Cat out of the picture later will depend on these police officers. Alex walked around the east side of the square and looked in the direction from which Big Face Cat's van usually came. In the previous few times, Big Face Cat's van had come from this direction, and today would be no exception. Sure enough, 30 minutes later, Big Face Cat drove over in that wobbly van and parked in the usual spot. 2 minutes later, the familiar plump figure jumped out of the car, with a Rhine cat mask squeezed between his fleshy face, looking around. Alex noticed the van's engine was still running, and even the driver's door was only half closed. This was probably the wisdom of a professional criminal, ready to get in and escape at any time. After confirming the target had appeared, Alex ran directly into the police booth. Officers, something terrible happened. Alex looked flustered. The Rhine cat mask I just bought was robbed by that fat guy over there. The policeman smiled. That doesn't seem like a big deal. I'll go help you get it back. But he has a gun in his waist. Damn it. The policeman jumped up, grabbed the walkie-talkie, and gave a series of orders. The 2 patrolling officers outside immediately looked in Big Face Cat's direction and slowly approached. Freeze! Put your hands behind your back. Stay still. Big Face Cat was knocked down in a second. He was subdued with a chokehold, and his hands tied behind his back. The policeman from the booth took Alex and ran all the way to Big Face Cat, then patted his waist. There really is a gun. His face turned ashen, and he kept searching. There's even C4 explosives. Hold him down. I'll contact support immediately. He gave another series of orders into the walkie-talkie. Discovering a gun in such a crowded square was no small matter. Who knew if there were accomplices? Not to mention something as terrifying as C4. Alex quietly stepped forward. "Can I get my mask back?" The policeman directly tore off Big Face Cat's mask and threw it to Alex. Big Face Cat was about to yell, but a black hood was put over his head, and he quieted down immediately. Alex took the mask and walked away slowly. He looked at the cute Rhine cat mask in his hand and smiled slightly. Key item obtained. Rhine cat mask. He pulled the elastic strap and put the mask on his face. The mask was small, undown, iron, and stay wound. It only just managed to cover Lin Zion's face. "From now on, I'm Big Face Cat,"